Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 12th, going to the 18th of June. So let's have a little look together and see what's going on for you guys. Apologies if you can hear the train in the background. Alright, for Sagittarius, please. I like that. Like the first thing I was just hearing was like, trust your spidey instincts. I don't know, like my hand started tingling and it doesn't do that often anymore. But usually it kind of feels like something is coming in. Like usually when my hand it picks up on energies, and it feels like you guys need to trust your instincts, trust your intuition this week, okay? Because it definitely feels like something exciting is coming through. Maybe you could feel that. Like my hand is very like tickly. That's how it feels. You know, let's see. For Sagittarius, what's the overall energy, please? Justice. Some of you are going to be getting definitely some, this could be a work contract. This definitely feels like you guys are coming across some money, maybe due to some sort of contract, okay? This could be even a divorce for some of you with the Justice card, but with the Eight of Pentacles, it looks like a hard work and effort is going to be given back to you. You're going to be receiving some sort of money for some of you. Okay, something that you worked really, really hard for. This kind of feels like an accumulation of like karma is going to be like given to you in some sort of windfall. It may start out as an opportunity, or again, because this Ace of Pentacles isn't actually filled up yet, for some of you, it may have started as a vision or an idea or a dream or something. You know, it kind of started off as something that you kind of felt was coming in. Maybe you've made some space for it. For some of you, that's what you need to do. And it kind of does come in. All right, but Justice is you're getting some karma here, which I love to see. Anything else for Sagittarius and overall energy for this week? For his swords. Some of you definitely need to pay attention to your health or take some time out for your mental health, okay, some healing. Maybe some of you guys need a break. Four of Swords, though, is really about inner reflection and healing. And I kind of feel like you've been in a period of not acting, not reacting. You've been healing, you've been working on yourself, and this is what the Justice card is about. Like your life is starting to balance out now because of the work that you're putting towards something. Just pay attention. I kind of definitely get a message here about you're no longer reacting based off of your emotions. Like I think you're understanding and processing and doing things more slowly but with more intent is what they're saying here. Like you're building your skills in general with whatever it is, but definitely emotionally you're learning that, you know, we can feel things, but it doesn't always mean that that's the truth and that's how things are going to go, is what I'm feeling like. They just are messages for things that we may still need to process and heal from, and that's what you're doing. Sorry, I'm just staring, like just channeling in something is staring. It helps. All right. So in your oracle cards, we have the by the book cards. For some of you could be studying something or being called to study something. This is also a card of kind of like not really doing anything extraordinary, although it doesn't mean that what you're being led to isn't extraordinary. It's kind of just following some sort of routine, you know, doing something that you know works, whether it's a structure, all right, that you've done before and you're bringing back, whether it is kind of following the lead of somebody else, which I actually really recommend. Sometimes we can do it on our own, and that's completely amazing, but it's also just as amazing as following what somebody else is doing, if that's what works, and seeing where it leads you. So for some of you, you could be kind of just, you know, gaining some inspiration from your social group or from people online with that number 11. It's like 11th house, which is networking, is Aquarius energy. Okay, some of you could just be, this is a card of like not doing anything, again, like crazy. It's not a card of taking risks, but it is a card about following status quo. Okay, so it's kind of about sticking to a routine. So for some of you, by sticking to a routine, it's actually going to take you someplace, okay? If you've been feeling like you're not seeing a lot around you, whether that's opportunities or whether that's a lot of progress, you know, it's very hard to plant a seed in the desert, okay? Like there's literally, it's not the right environment for it. So for some of you, you had to be moved away from a certain situation or a phase in your life where something couldn't have grown in that, and be taken somewhere else where it can grow. For some of you, this is a relationship. For some of you, maybe there wasn't a lot of emotions in a certain, or maybe you didn't have a lot of, your heart open to relationships. So that's why it didn't happen in that time frame. Or maybe you were just in a phase of your life where things couldn't grow in that specific environment. That's the kind of vibes I'm picking up. The next card you have is Loyal Hearts. So a lot of you are going to be finding really amazing people. Some of you that you can share your life with. Okay, that's the ones that came to mind, so it's serious. Again, when I said in the beginning about to do with your emotions, maybe in the past, like maybe you were more in like a self-sabotaging mode, whereas now like you're in a better, I'm hearing better shape. Some of you may be focusing more on fitness. It's not like that's not what you needed to do exactly, but maybe prioritizing yourself was something you needed to do and to learn. The initial E is coming up, okay? I'm staring off in a distance, I apologize, but it's what I need to do to really see things. But some of you are coming across a soulmate, all right? Maybe it's just, no longer kind of extending your heart to people who don't respect your emotions, and that may have been where things couldn't grow and why things happen that way. Anyway, all right, what are the challenges, please, for Sagittarius this week? 4 Cups. Be careful of this. Don't go rejecting things because you feel like you're comfortable exactly where you are. 4 Cups is a card of feeling jaded, feeling bored, but at the same time not really taking any action and moving forward or out of this position. Sometimes in this card I kind of see this person going, yeah, well, I've got the 3 and I'm happy with the 3. So I'm not really going to take that or come outside my comfort zone. But it does look like some divine love might be coming in, or definitely an opportunity that's going to be very rewarding for you emotionally. It's a very big thing coming up for you as emotions. But your challenge here is actually coming out that comfort zone and actually accepting something and not talking yourself out of it because you're comfortable where you are. Okay, just be careful of that. All right, what are the challenges, please, for Sagittarius this week? The Ace of Swords. You might be struggling to face some sort of truth for some of you guys here. And apologies for the lagging. My system's been really annoying me. Ace of Swords coming through as a challenge is really kind of like, again, it's an opportunity. Maybe some truth is coming through and you might not see it as that. You might not be able to actually really, maybe because of some heartache that you might still be experiencing or had experienced, and accepting that you're moving away from that. You might not be trusting other people, but this seems to be your good karma. That you're healing, you're moving forward. But there is some sort of truth or new beginning that needs to be accepted here. That's your challenge. Why is this a challenge, please? You guys are scared of being laughed at, mocked, ridiculed, of your worst fears coming to life here. So you're not taking a leap of faith, or your challenge is accepting a leap of faith. To have the confidence to take a leap of faith and to trust in the universe when they're bringing you forward with something or bringing something forward to you. But there is some fears here. 9 of Swords. You can see she's literally like overthinking, and like there are these voices in her head and these, ghosts here that are mocking her for it. For some of you, this is like people of the past with the moon. Definitely some emotional, again, it's your emotions coming up here. There are some fears, deeper fears coming through within this week that we have to, give truth to. And that might be a challenge for you, is that, are you really happy where you are? Like not accepting this new beginning? We're saying that we are so that we aren't moving forward, Sagittarius. But the reality is, you know that you are meant for bigger things, but you might be too scared for it because of whatever it might entail. But I don't see anything bad happening. I'm seeing you actually have an opportunity for justice, to make a decision with justice, to work on something that you know needs healing. Whether that's a new path, whether it is leaving something behind that you know you need to leave behind, or whether it is just accepting growth. I feel like some of you have a fear of success, a fear of good things, because you don't know how long it will last. That's your fear, is abandonment, failure, rejection, looking stupid, feeling humiliated. But these are things that are coming up for you to heal, because your overall energy is the 4 of Swords. why this is a challenge is because you are avoiding doing anything that seems risky, which I understand. We have the by the book card here. But the by the book card is kind of saying that it's not exactly a leap of, you're not doing anything crazy, that you're just following what you know is going to work. But to you, it feels like a leap of faith, so you're avoiding it. It feels too big of a jump, so you're avoiding it. What's the advice, please, for Sagittarius? Knight of Swords. Their advice is, number one, of course, don't jump into anything without knowing all the facts. But there is only so much you can know before you actually, without asking, just go ahead and like be curious is what I'm feeling here. The Knight of Swords is usually going straight after for something very quickly. What's the advice for Sagittarius? Six of Pentacles. Again, that is representing that balance is coming through. For some of you, it could be an earth sign. This is someone who actually is very wealthy. Someone who has a lot of abundance because the Empress is coming through. This could be a Taurus or a Libra. Advice. You guys are being given an opportunity to grow, even financially. Okay? It's kind of about accepting and kind of, I feel like, maybe for some of you it's to do with children, but I kind of feel like this lady here is like kissing the child on her head and kind of letting the child do its own path. For some of you, like what that means here is kind of giving the freedom to something, even if it's your own inner child. Maybe for some of you, there's a lot of fear of like exploring and being creative and doing something exciting. That's what the inner child is all about, is being in a good way, naive, not in a, it's really good to fact check. It's really good to make sure before you jump into anything that it's good and it's clear and that's exactly where you're being headed to go down. Trust that. But the Ace of Wands is this new beginning. It's like allowing your inner child to be free. For some of you might have a little bit of like control issues because you've been hurt. Five of Pentacles is abandonment wounds. Feeling left out in the cold, feeling neglected by people. But the Ace of Wands is a new passionate beginning. Something that is going to feel so amazing. It's fiery. It, gets your blood going in a good way. It brings adrenaline in a good way. Six of Pentacles. And a Two of Wands is really about what are you paying attention to, your past or your future. Present is good. Always focus on the present, but it's almost like what are you giving your energy to? Things that have already happened. Or are you going to be creating something new with that Two of Wands? Expanding what you've experienced in your lifetime, doing something different. And the Ace of Wands coming through is good because that's something that you're going to be getting. But it's almost like you kind of have to let your inner child roam free, or let someone roam free, or let yourself roam free without wrapping it in bubble wrap. When we have kids, I don't know, I don't have any, but like what I imagine it is like sometimes we want to control things to make sure that they don't hurt themselves, that they don't, but they have to learn through themselves sometimes. And that's the vibe I'm picking up. But it's almost like you could be applying that to other people and letting things do its thing, or even situations in their life, like kissing his head and just letting it be. But it's almost like doing that to yourself also. All right. For Sagittarius, please. Apologies for the thing being really lagging. It's really annoying me. For Sagittarius, please. Oh. Look at this. You will be shown the way with candle and star, guaranteed success. When God is guiding you somewhere, when the universe is guiding you somewhere, it's guiding you somewhere. Trust it, okay? It's leading you into brilliant, that came out my mouth like unexpectedly. Brilliant places. We have November, okay? This could be a significant month for you guys. We do have this energy coming through with a knot. This says unsuccessful plans. This is not to do with the things moving forward, but it does feel like these are things that have happened to you. Enemies working against you, okay? You may have had a lot of people who are very stubborn, all right, and unwilling to change. This could be an energy that you're working on within yourself, or again, moving away from certain people who did kind of get in the way of your plans or did work against you and tried to convince you not to go down certain routes, all right? Okie dokie, let's get you one affirmation card for Sagittarius. Honesty. We did have that as a challenge. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So definitely a week of honesty coming up for you guys. Alrighty, Sagittarius, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. I hope you guys have an incredible week and enjoyed the reading. If you did, let me know, and also don't forget to like and subscribe if you wish. But I will hopefully see you guys next time.